Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and yeah, I'm back with part 5 of my Scream Factory collection overview. Yeah, it's part 5, right? I was thinking part 4, but no, this is part 5. Yeah, let's get right into this. Let's get into the double features. All right, so moving along here with the collection. First up, we got Ghost House and Witchery. A couple Italian flicks. Oddly enough, I'm actually wearing a Ghost House shirt right now. This is very kind of bizarre. That is not planned. I swear to God it's not. I actually have solo copies of these on the 88 Italian line, which came out well after this. I really like these double features, the way they have them set up. They look really good. So, but fun films. Witchery still always makes me laugh, man. Linda Blair, David Hasselhoff. What a cast that is. Ghost House. Fun movie. Really fun stuff. So, yeah. All right, so getting into Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. Now, this was a cool release because Vault of Horror actually came... there was a second disc in here that actually... Or was it the second? Did they have them both? No, it was the uncut version right there. Yeah, so we got the uncut version of Vault of Horror, which is very cool. So... yeah, and then theatrical right there. So you got both versions, which is always nice to have. Classic material. I've always loved both of these anthology movies. They're good shit, man. I'm sure everybody watching this has seen these movies before, but yeah, they're quality anthology movies for sure. Then we got Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness, which I also have Beyond Darkness on the Italian line. So that movie is like ridiculous, man. So much fun. So much fun. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about these double features is they have like the breakdowns for them, synopsis, and that's really it. They don't really have any of the other credits. It's really annoying. That's what I always, because I always like to look at credits and stuff, and it's just it's annoying. But Beyond Darkness, man, I've reviewed that movie a couple times. It's actually legitly fun, man. Yeah, it's good shit. Carrie and the Rage Carrie 2. Yeah, so the Carrie remake with... I always want to call Angela Bettis May because every time I think about Angela Bettis, I always think of May, which is just a fantastic movie, but which is kind of an oddly placed double feature because I think no. Shit, man, I should know this. I've reviewed all these movies before. I can't remember the years on these. Yeah, so 2002. Yeah, so the Rage Carrie 2 came out 99 and 2002. Okay, so it was from the 90s. Yeah, I find it funny that they have, dropping it, that they put this first on the, that's always what confused me about this. You think that the Rage 2 would be first and then Carrie, right? Because it's a remake because it came out after. I don't know, it's really bizarre. Yeah, they're okay. I mean, Angela Bettis says Carrie's pretty good, but, otherwise. Talked about those movies a million times. Species 3 and 4. I believe these were actually made for TV. I think they were sci-fi movies, to be honest. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me. I'm pretty sure that they were made for TV movies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Double dose of sci-fi terror. I believe that they actually were. So, a lot of people harp on these movies, man. 3 and 4 aren't as good as 1 and 2. I really like the Species franchise, though, to be honest. They're kind of fun. Yeah, I'm not grabbing the 88 Films box set either because I have all 4 of these on Scream Factory. I'm fine with this double feature. I don't really need to upgrade or side grade part 3 and 4. Let's be real here. But they're okay. They're okay. I mean, I marathoned those, I think, last year or the year before or something like that. Again, I hadn't seen the sequels in so long. Onto my favorite double feature here of Terror Vision and The Video Dead. This was actually one of the very first double features that Scream Factory ever put out, and I still think to this day it's the best. It's kind of crazy that this release right here, and I always thought that Scream Factory fucked up. They should have put out standard copies of these, even after the success of this release, in collector's editions maybe, but like these releases have more features than a lot of their collector's editions, which is kind of funny for these two movies. Both fantastic. I'm a huge fan of both movies. Reviewed them many, many times. I even have the posters downstairs, frame posters in my house, just like this, because I love them. Yeah, what a fantastic double feature this was, man. I don't know if Scream Factory does. I mean, they haven't done double features in a long time, but I don't even know if they do Blu-ray DVD combos anymore because of the whole 4K thing. But so these are kind of getting dated themselves. But yeah, so amazing release right there. Love it. Then we got Millennium and Rodar. Yeah, not the greatest in the world, but you know, they're fun movies. To be honest, they're sci-fi, low-budget sci-fi films, which I believe, I can't remember if they were or not. Yeah, I can't stand that they don't have the credits on here. It's annoying. It helps when you have a bad memory. But yeah, no, they're okay. They're decent watches. Nothing great though, really, to be honest. Then we got Munchies and Munchie. Oh man, these movies. I love Munchies. I think Munchies is just stupid fun. Munchie is so... Man, it makes me laugh, man. Some of the one-liners, man, it's just ridiculous. Like Don DeLuise. Oh man, it's just so funny. It's ridiculous. It's so bad though. It's just like terrible, but it's amazing. Munchies, obviously a Gremlins ripoff. I mean, look at that shit. Come on. It's definitely worth your time to watch, man. I think they're pretty fun, but nothing great. I think there actually is there a third one? I can't remember. I think there might be. Blackula and Scream, Blackula Scream. A couple blaxploitation horror films from the early 70s. Scream, Blackula Scream actually has Pam Grier in it, which is really cool. Now, I've said this a million times about these two movies, Blackula and Scream, Blackula Scream. When you first hear these titles, like Blackula and Scream, Blackula Scream, you would probably think that these are like comedies, like horror comedies or comedy horror, however you want to put it. They're completely not. These are played straight-faced and they work. That's the crazy part. They totally work, man. And what really... Oh, man, what's his name? Marshall. Oh, dude, I always forget the guy's name. I know he just passed away a little while ago. But yeah. William Marshall. Oh, man. Is that what it is? I can't remember. Fuck, I'm so stupid sometimes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is William Marshall. That's right. So good as Blackula. Like, his performances are just outstanding in these movies. They're really good. Yeah, I'm really tired right now. I don't know. I'm having, like, serious brain farts right now. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Naked Vengeance and Vendetta. A couple revenge movies. Actually pretty decent, man. I really enjoy, like... I mean, I'm a huge fan of revenge movies, whether they be rape revenge or just revenge movies in general. I find that rape revenge movies are the ideal reason to get revenge on somebody because rape is just so fucking gross and wrong. But I think that's why a lot of rape revenge movies work so well because, you know, in your mind, you can just justify it. It's like, well, you fucking raped somebody, so I'm going to go and murder you and your whole family. So maybe not go that far, but you know what I mean. But decent movies. Definitely a really cool and kind of out of left field release from Scream Factory. It caught me off guard that they released a couple of rape or like revenge movies. It's interesting. But yeah. The Night of the Sorcerers and the La Lorenz Grasp. I can never pronounce the fucking name right. Yeah, man, this was a really cool double feature. I was super stoked when this came out because I'd never seen either one of these films, and it's from the director of the Blind Dead series. His name should be on here somewhere. Yeah, Armando Asario. And yeah, these were cool, man. I mean, not as good as the Blind Dead movies, to be honest, but very, very cool release, man. Very cool release. Then we got Murders in the Rue Morgue and the Dunwich Horror. Fantastic. Murders in the Rue Morgue, which is a remake. And of course, the Dunwich Horror from 1970 is a fantastic movie. I really like that. Murders in the Rue Morgue, it's good. It's good. I'm a really big fan of the original film, but it's still good shit. Anything Edgar Allan Poe adapted, I'm always going to check out. Because I like that shit, so. Destroyer and Edge of Sanity, which I believe... Edge of Sanity is actually getting a Arrow release, solo release, and this ridiculous artwork from Destroyer. It's like, it's just so funny that they use this for this. You know, it's not really the VHS artwork, but you know, it is what it is. Edge of Sanity is like a Jekyll and Hyde type story with Anthony Perkins, and it's a phenomenal movie, man. It's very underrated in my opinion. I think that Anthony Perkins in general is just underrated because everybody always thinks of him as Norman Bates, but he's done so many other great roles, and he was such a great actor, man. He really was. He always lifted every movie. Even if he was in a mediocre movie, his performance was always something special. So Edge of Sanity, I really enjoy the shit out of that movie, man. It's really good. Come on. Yeah, it was in 88, so yeah, good movie, man. I apologize for the glare. There's nothing I can do. Then we got The Curse and The Curse 2. Yeah, The Curse. Basically, Color Out of Space story. Like Die Monster Die, which I don't know if I mentioned that when I showed that movie, but that's another version of the Color Out of Space. And then, of course, there's the new one, too. There's so many versions of that story. The Wells story, so The Curse 2 is hilarious. It's like, it has to do with snakes and shit. It's like ridiculous. The Curse 3 is a horrible movie. It's fucking terrible. But I really enjoy The Curse, man. It's with Will Wheaton, and it's pretty interesting. It's cool. I like the Color Out of Space movies. Are pretty stories pretty cool. The House Where Evil Dwells, underrated, fun movie, man. Really fun movie. And Ghost Warrior. It's a great double feature, man. What a great pairing this is. Pretty fun stuff. I think that the House Where Evil Dwells is super underrated. I think I reviewed it when the DVD was just out. It calls Ghost Warrior, man, from '86. Produced by the one and only Charles Bands. That's a fun double feature. Really good stuff. Empire of the Ants and Jaws of Satan. Empire of the Ants, man. It's good shit. Love me some Empire of the Ants. Jaws of Satan. It's pretty cool, too. It's a decent film. Another fucking snake movie. Empire of the Ants. Giant ants. It's awesome shit, man. I love me some creature features like that. Good shit. Another really good double feature pairing. Vampire's Kiss and High Spirits. You know, High Spirits is one of those movies that I didn't really... I must have missed it when I was a kid or something. Or maybe I did see it as a kid and I didn't really care for it, but... I don't know. I'm not like the hugest fan. I know that sounds crazy, but... I might go back and rewatch it, but... Vampire's Kiss, on the other hand, which I believe is getting a MVD Blu-ray soon. Should be coming out. And if you want to see the funniest performance of all time, I don't even give a shit what anyone says... It is the funniest performance out of anybody in history. I swear to God. Nicolas Cage's performance is so over the top and hilarious in this movie that it's so funny. People always shit on this movie. I love Vampire's Kiss. Like the way he delivers his lines, and like there's a great example of what you're getting right there. That's Cage's performance in a nutshell. It's so over the top ridiculous. Like only Cage could pull off this type of performance. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. So entertaining. It's so entertaining. This is a weird double feature. Vampire's Kiss and High Spirits. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with that one, but yeah. Sure, they could have probably thought that one a little bit better. But Tentacles and Reptilicus. Shut up, Moods. You can't talk. Reptilicus. Fuck, I can never say that properly. Tentacles, actually, I think is getting a Kino solo release. So all these movies, I think all these double features are well out of print. So that's why all these movies are getting dispersed to different companies now. Tentacles, super, super fun movie. I love Tentacles. Reptilicus is, it's decent. It's okay. I mean, it's a cool double feature. Yeah, good old 76 Tentacles. It's good shit, though. I recommend it. It's good. Here's one that I absolutely love. Another Wells story, The Fruit of the Gods. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. I love the effects. I'm a huge fan of miniatures and shit. So if you're a fan of miniatures, The Fruit of the Gods is awesome. And then of course Frogs is like one of those environmental eco horror. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Eco horror, right? Yeah, it's pretty much kind of like that. It's the ecosystem fighting back against us dirty humans that fuck their homes up. Yeah, this is a great double feature, man. Good shit. Good shit. Then we got The Beast from Hollow Mountain and The Neanderthal Man. Yeah, we're taking it right back, man. Both films from the 50s, I think. 57. And I am trying to see this, but, you know, I don't know. 50, 53, 56, something like that. Yeah. I love The Beast of Hollow Mountain, man. The movies, I love me some, like, dinosaur shit and stuff. It's great. Neanderthal Man it's okay. It's all right. It's pretty entertaining for what it is. Cool double feature, though. But The Beast of Hollow Mountain is fun. Then we got Ghoulies 1 and 2, which, you know, that makes sense. It's too bad that, like, part 3 is just, like, in limbo. I think Vestron owns that, or somebody. Yeah, I think Vestron. I don't know. But it's kind of too bad that we couldn't get, like, 3 and 4 from Scream Factory and double feature. That would have been pretty cool. Or even a box set. But I think Ghoulies 2 is superior to the first one. I think it's such a better movie. Yeah. And then part 3 and 4, oh my god. Ghoulies Go to College is so ridiculous. I know my homeboy Mr. Parker is a big fan of that shit. We always talk about it in our chat, and fuck, it's like ridiculous. But Ghoulies 2, yeah, that's the film right there, man. Scanners 2 and 3. Oh lordy, man, I am not a fan of either one of these movies. These are shitty movies. Shit movies, man. I never liked Scanner 2 and 3. I like Scanner Cop 1 and 2. I think those are better, and they're spin-offs. I think they're better than Scanners 2 and 3. Hands down. They are so much better. That's just what my opinion is. But I know these movies have their fans. You know, they're not the worst things in the world. I just find them really fucking boring, and the storylines are just, I don't know, man. They're just very tedious to watch. Not for me. Me and JP, we always argue about those. He likes those movies, which I'm always been surprised that I don't know, I think he's trolling me with that, but Love After First Bite and Once Bitten. I personally really like Once Bitten. I think it's funny. Early Jim Carrey, man. Really early Jim Carrey. George Hamilton. Fucking love it. First Bite. It's a perfect double feature. It really is. You know, that's one thing that Scream Factory did good with these double features. They paired up the movies for the most part quite well. There's the odd double feature that you're like, what? Like, I don't really understand what you're trying to go with there. X-Ray and Schizoid. Of course, these just got 4K releases from Vinegar Syndrome, which is insane. And I actually did watch X-Ray in 4K, so I got to see Barbie Benton's boobs, the triple B's, in 4K. She was actually a Playboy model at the time. And Schizoid, I still like, man. I honestly, man, I'm a sucker for Kinski, man. Klaus Kinski's like one of my favorites, so everything that he's in, I always usually enjoyed, man. There's something about that dude. He's very, like, hypnotizing to me. I don't know. It's like there's a bunch of actors like that. It's like Vincent Price is my favorite actor of all time, and it's pretty much because, like, his delivery, and it's tantalizing. Bad Dreams of Visiting Hours. This makes sense. Hospital shit. Yeah, Bad Dreams is, you know, kind of a ripoff of, I would say, like, Elm Street 3 in a sense. Another film with Richard Lynch in it. I like these movies. They're both pretty good. I've been fans of these movies for years. Then we got Cellar Dweller and Catacombs, which was funny when this came out because it was on one of those famous 4-packs, and I think the Scream Factory had even said that they weren't putting them out on Blu-ray, and then I think all of a sudden the fucking double feature Blu-ray comes out, and I was like, oh, those crafty motherfuckers. But that's become a thing with every company nowadays, man. Snaps is notorious for, we're not putting that shit out on standards, and then fucking 6 months later, Standard comes out. No PR action on it, nothing. It just kind of hits the shelves. You're like, oh, there's an Amory case of fucking Suspiria or some shit. But anyway, Cellar Dweller, Catacombs, cool double feature. Couple old band films, or produced films, I guess. I think that he produced these. Shit, if he didn't, well, I'm a fucking idiot, but I'm pretty sure he did. Then we got The Outing. also known as The Lamp, which I always like that title way better, and The Godsend, which, you know, is a decent movie. I always find it pretty boring though. Of course, The Lamp has been re-released by Vinegar Syndrome. I think it has both titles. I think the slipcover says The Lamp. I don't know. I've got it behind me. Like, literally, it's like probably touching my back right now because I have like 500 Vinegar Syndrome titles stacked up on chairs because, as you can see, this room's in shambles right now. And I'm trying to reorganize this shit. Getting rid of tons of stuff that I don't fucking need. But yeah, cool double feature. Then we got Troll and the infamous Troll 2, the best worst movie. I think this double feature, yeah, it does actually have the I actually have the DVD of this solo DVD, and then when they put out this double feature, it came with the disc in there for the documentary, which is really fun. It's really fun. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. So yeah, Troll 2, the infamous Troll 2. You know, there's so many worse movies than Troll 2, but you know, Claudio Fragasso, it's funny when you watch the documentary because, like, he just doesn't understand why Westerners are just harping on the movie. He thinks it's legitimately good. And that's what I love about Fragasso and Bruno Mattei and those guys. Like, they were trying to legitimately, even though they were making a lot of ripoffs, especially, like, Fragasso would always write these crazy ripoffs for Mattei to direct. But when Fragasso would do his own shit, like, he was legitimately trying to make really good movies. And they came out better. Some came out better than others. And like Troll 2 is actually, okay, so yeah. So he directed Beyond the Darkness also, which is a great example of a movie that, you know, it's later Italian cinema. Totally feels like it, but it just came out pretty solid. Like, it's shockingly decent. Like, you know, and then you got Troll 2, which is like, I think this sounds like this is like the craziest thing ever, but I think it's overrated in the sense that it's like that bad. Does that make any sense? I don't even know what I just said there. What did I just say? I don't know. I don't think it's like, to have the title Best Worst Movie, I don't know. I mean, that's like, it's like saying you have the non-stinkiest shit, but I don't really, I don't know. It's funny because I just think there's so many great bad movies out there, but I'd like to see a whole documentary just about the cult of terrible movies that are awesome. That'd be amazing. Maybe I should make that. No, because I wouldn't be able to remember anyone's names. Fucking terrible names. Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3. Oh man, I'm such a huge fan. I know I mentioned before when I showed the first one how much of a fan I am of these movies. I've always loved these. I remember, I'll never forget the first time I watched Slumber Party Massacre 2. I was like staring at the fucking TV, and this is like, we're talking probably early 90s. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I could not figure out what I was watching because, like, I was a fan of the first one, and I was like, what the hell's going on in this movie? It's this rockabilly fucking, like, supernatural slasher with this crazy, like, drill guitar. I was like, it took me moments to process this movie properly. And at first I was like, this movie's terrible. I could not get into it, and then it just grew on me. I love it. It's so much fun. And then Slumber Party Massacre 3, which is cool on this release, because I don't know if it says on here. Yeah, it is it's the underrated. It's the unrated cut, which is cool. So they got the original 75-minute R-rated, and then the 87. That's quite a bit. That's 12 minutes. And it does make a difference. It actually does make a little bit of a difference. So yeah, it's kind of the one to get right now, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. And then last up for the double features here, we got the Dungeon Master and Eliminators, a couple Charlie Band films, which are really fun. I like me some Eliminators, man. Actually, they're both fun. Dungeon Master's cool. I got like a lot of nostalgia for Dungeon Master because I saw this one probably about the time it came, well, maybe a little bit after it came out, but I don't know. I always remember that artwork and just kind of, all right, I'm going to try and scoot along here. I'm sitting on the ground, as you guys can tell. My butt's starting to hurt. Oh, all right. So we got, yeah, we're moving on to a couple DVD releases, and then, yeah, we'll move on. Hemlock Grove, The Monster is Within. I think did this show only last one season? I think that might be the reason why I never watched this. I picked it up because it was like super cheap, and it never did have a, oh no, it did have a Blu-ray release. Never mind. I just copped out on fucking grabbing but anyways, it might have had a season 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard it was really not great and stuff, and I got to be in the right mood to watch TV shows and shit. So, but maybe eventually, if it does have a season 2, maybe I'll check it. I don't know. But yeah, these infamous 4-packs that came out. What's the Matter with Helen, The Vagrant, The God Sent Outing. Of course, these all came out. I just showed the double feature of that, and these two I'd shown before in previous videos on their solo Blu-ray releases. So, really cool, man. I always really like these quad releases they had. And then there's the Dungeon Master and Cellar Dweller. And then, of course, Catacombs was paired up with something. And then with something, I just showed that one. It was with Cellar Dweller. And then Dungeon Master was with Eliminators. And then Contamination 7 got a solo Blu-ray release. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Contamination 7 is fun. It's ridiculous. And then this was a really cool release. Actually, The Initiation of Sarah is getting a Arrow Blu-ray release soon. That's pretty cool. I really wanted more of these TV terror sets, man. I was really hoping that we're going to get like multiple volumes of these, because I'm a big fan of TV horror films, and there's so many good ones out there that I've seen over the years that don't have any releases, and it just needs to be. I know there's a lot of rights issues, especially with the music and stuff like that. They're hard to release, but when they do come out, you got to snag them up. But this was the only one they ever released, was The Initiation Sarah, which actually spawned a remake, and You're in the House Alone, which is decent. Pretty cool, man. It was a cool idea that lasted for one release, and I would have been even more pissed if it had said volume 1, but maybe they just knew they weren't doing a volume 2. All right, so a couple steelbooks here, and most people know I'm not a big fan. I don't actually actively collect steelbooks. I picked up this one, which is still actually factory sealed, because I'm such a big fan of the movie, and it was dirt ass cheap. I got this for like $15 brand new, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna grab that. Why not, right? $15, steelbooks are not really my thing. And the reason why I picked up all these next ones is because this is how they were released. They were re-released like this, just in steelbooks, no Amaries, which, I'm fine. Just put some plastic on them, and Humanoids from the Deep. Oh, man. It's such an awesome movie. I can watch this movie all the time. It's the rapiest monster movie. Maybe it's not the rapiest monster movie. I have no idea, but it is pretty rapey. It's pretty awesome. I don't know why I'm laughing when I'm saying rapey, but that's just not that funny, actually. But all right, Galaxy of Terror. This one's still factory sealed. Fuck, I've seen this movie many, many times. It's good shit, man. I should pop this in sometime and watch the Blu-ray. Same with Forbidden World. I do have the DVDs and shit, so I do have other copies of these, but Forbidden World, another really fun one. Yeah. All right, from Roger Corman. Roger Corman's my boy. Always did good movies. Battle Beyond the Stars. It's like a really cheap version of Star Wars, I guess, in a sense. We probably all know this, but it's fun. Sybil Danning and her big boobies. It's good shit. I like that movie. And then we got Piranha. Dante's Piranha. This artwork is atrocious. I really don't like this artwork at all. It's really bad. It's like an ugly fucking steelbook. I would have so rather just the original artwork with an Amaray case. But that's just me. That's just me. All right, so getting into box sets now. All right, first up here is the Vincent Price Collection Volume Uno. And if anybody follows me on Instagram, whatever. If you follow me on Instagram, I don't post that stuff. But anyways, I'm talking about my letterbox. I just went on a rampage recently and rewatched. Like, Vincent Price is my favorite actor, and I do this every once in a while. I'll just get on these rampages and I'll just watch like everything Vincent Price. I literally watched I think 17 Vincent Price movies this week. It's ridiculous. So I rewatched everything on here except for The Abominable Dr. Phibes and the Mask of the Red Death, because I just rewatched it a little while ago. Abominable Dr. Phibes I know is on the Rumor 200 challenge, so but I'd forgot that Witchfinder General is also, and I rewatched it again, but I don't feel bad because I love that movie too. Yeah, man, it's good shit, man. So Pit and the Pendulum, Mask of the Red Death, which is fantastic. The Haunted Palace, I really enjoy. The Fall of the House of Usher. It's pretty decent. The Abominable Dr. Fives is amazing. And the sequel's good too. Witchfinder General is Vincent Price is probably the most hardcore character he ever played, man. It's like he's such a dick in that movie. It's ridiculous. Just bloodthirsty as shit. Are you gonna go in the hole? Are you going to... Fuck. All right, Vincent Price Collection Volume Dux, which has The Raven, Comedy of Terrors, Tomb of Lygia, Last Man on Earth, Dr. Vibes Rises Again, and Return of Fly and House on Haunted Hill. I actually watched the original Fly and the Return of the Fly last night, and still good. I mean, Price is like a secondary character in the first one. The second movie is actually quite funny because he signed on to do the sequel based on the script that he read. And then when it came to shoot time, they cut the budget, so they had to cut out all the shit that he liked about the script. And that's the reason why he signed on. It's kind of funny. The ironic thing is actually he has more screen time in the Return of the Fly than he does in the original one. He is a secondary character. He plays the brother of the scientist, right? So, anyways, I'm such a big fan of the Corman Poe adaptations with Price and shit. I think they did 7 together. Those two did 7. I think Corman may have done a couple more without Price or whatever, but I can't remember. But yeah, Tomb of Lygia, man, I really like that movie too. It's so good. The Raven's great. I fucking love Peter Lorre, man. Boris Karloff is he's just a fucking amazing actor, man. Vincent Price Collection Volume 3, Master of the World, Tower of London remake, Diary of a Madman, An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe, and Cry the Banshee. You know, to this day, I still have never watched Master of the World. I need to change that. Like I said, I'd probably get to it here in the next couple of days. Yeah, I've never watched it. Isn't that crazy? It's just, I always thought it was... Vincent Price to me is like a horror actor. I know he's done so many other movies and stuff, but I just can't see Vincent Price in something... I think it's kind of... No, it's not sci-fi. I don't even really know. But, yeah, An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe is probably not for everybody. It's kind of... I can see why people wouldn't be able to sit to that, because it's literally him just like acting out these stories by himself and shit. But it goes to show how amazing he is as an actor. Like, to memorize all that dialogue and like no edits, and it's... Maybe there is edits. I don't know. I'm probably lying on that. But it's just incredible, man. It's so incredible. Fuck. Just... actors of the times, right? Just don't see guys like that anymore. I know it's so cliche to say fucking cliche shit, but anyways, it's kind of true. Universal Horror Collection Volume 1. This is the it originally was going to be titled Karloff and Lugosi Volume 1, whatever the fuck it was, but this is like an amazing set, man, with Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat from 31. Is it 31? 34. Fuck, whatever. Yeah, 34, that's right. It's an absolutely amazing adaptation of the story. It's so good. The Raven, which is really good too. It's, yeah, the original Raven, I guess. The Invisible Ray, and Black Friday, which this is a great set. And actually we'll be doing a podcast on these 4 movies very, very soon, actually. Supposed to be recorded in a couple days, but JP, of course, again, has to work. Universal Horror Volume Deuce. Murders in the Zoo. The Mad Doctor of Market Street, The Strange Case of Dr. R, and The Mad Ghoul. Pretty cool set. It would have been really nice to get, you know, I mean, they did later on, they released some more Karloff and stuff. But, I mean, it's Universal Horror, right? So, Lionel Atwill, he's in so many movies. I think he's in what, three or four of these movies. Yeah, he's in 3 of these movies. It's kind of his collection here. All pretty decent movies, actually. I've reviewed, I think, a few of these. But... I love me some classic horror, so I can watch this shit all the time. Here's the original Tower of London, which Vincent Price was actually also in that movie. He was in both versions. Mad Maid Monster, which is pretty interesting. Another adaptation of The Black Cat, with Basil Rathbone. What year did that one came out? In the 40s, right? Yeah, 41. And then Horror Islands, another really solid set from Scream Factory right there. This one's great. Karloff in Night Key. We got Night Monster with Bela Lugosi. Lionel Atwill is in that one again. Karloff in The Climax, which is... I love Night Key, man. Climax is really good. I'm going to rewatch these. And then House of Horrors, which I actually have never seen. I didn't watch that one yet. So I need to change that. I don't really know... Like, I swear I'd never even heard of that movie, House of Horrors. I mean, it has such a generic title, but I swear I'd never fucking heard of that. I don't know. The Monster and the Girl, Captive Wild Woman, Jungle Woman, and Jungle Captive. Jesus, man, try saying that 5 times fast. This one I need to get to. So this is volume... What is this, volume 5? Yeah, volume 5. Volume 5, Glare. Yeah, I haven't actually seen any of these, so this one I need to get to. So I can't really speak on those ones. And then we got volume 6, which is the last one. I think Scream Factory said that they're not doing any more of these Universal sets, which is kind of a bummer because I could keep, buying these. I really like these. And then we got the Black Castle with Karloff again. Cult of the Cobra. Thing That Couldn't Die. And The Shadow of the Cat. That's a fun movie. And I haven't seen The Shadow of the Cat yet, so a couple of these I haven't seen. But the Black Castle, man, anything with like Karloff in those days is really good, man. Oh, yes. Probably the best box set in my whole collection, really. Come on. The Poison Ivy collection. Man, I was torn. I was like, should I just pick this up? And I got it for a pretty good price. I think it was like, I got it for cheaper than it was supposed to be going for. And I was like, okay, well, I'll bite on this. It's funny. I don't even really care for the first Poison Ivy movie that much. Man, they get so bad, though. They really do get so bad. It is nasty, man. Alyssa Milano looks so good in that movie. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Actually, Drew Barrymore. All the leads in these movies look really good, but the movies, holy fuck, this is a terrible box set. I can't imagine that sold well. But on the flip side, we got the Larry Festening collection, which is a fantastic set, and I'm really glad that they put this out so people got a chance to see some of his earlier films. Like Habit is just so damn cool, man, and No Telling. I love those movies. I think more people have probably seen Wendigo and The Last Winter. They're a little bit later. But like No Telling and Habit are from, what is that, 91? Is it 91, 95? Yeah, I think those are the years. Yeah, early Festin stuff, and he's pretty much a very underrated director, in my opinion. I love him as an actor, and he does really good in his acting roles, man. I always love him when he's in shit. If I find out that Fessenden is in something, I always check out the movie because I just really like him. I wish he'd get more like bigger roles. I think he could hold it down, but as a director, he's done some really good stuff. And the Human Centipede, the complete sequence. I'm not overly the hugest fan of the first movie. I do like it. I don't love it, but I fucking love the second movie. The second movie is just batshit insane. It's just batshit, man. That's all I'm going to say. If you've never seen the second one, the third one is just basically, it's like a spoof of the movies. It's Tom Six is basically, it's so bad. It's ridiculous. But yeah, if you're going to watch one, watch the second one. It's absolutely amazing. It's crazy, in my opinion. It's really fucking nuts. All right, now this is going to be difficult because I just stood up and my foot is beyond sleeping. And I do have more box sets. They're up on the top here of this big ass rack. So we're going to start off with the Paul Nashee collection, which is just, I was beyond stoked when they announced these Nashee collections. I was like, you gotta be shitting me, man. Nashee getting this type of fucking... Man, Nashee in the last few years has gotten so many good releases on his films, man. There's still a few. The Hanging Woman needs another good one, but anyways, I digress. So on this set, we have Horror Rises from the Tomb, Vengeance of the Zombies, which I actually had on Blu-ray before, Blue Eyes the Broken Doll, Human Beast, and Night of the Werewolf. Actually, that's the double feature right there. Vengeance of the Zombies, Night of the Werewolf. There was like a cheap Blu-ray that came out years ago, but still, these are way better transfers. All these movies are fantastic. And one of the dogs just came in here. Click, click, click. But yeah, Nashee, I actually really like the artwork that's on these too. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand these up properly. You know what? I'm just going to put this over here for now because I'm going to start knocking shit off. That Evil Speak VHS tape's going. The Nashee Collection 2, which I do find the artwork on he looks a little bit goofy. I'm glad they stuck with the same color scheme though, but Hunchback of the Morgue, a dragonfly for each corpse, The Devil's Possessed, Exorcism, or Exorcismo, whatever you want to call it, and the Werewolf and the Yeti. Another great collection, man. All 5 good films. I really, man, on the first volume, I gotta say, man, he did like, he's known as playing a werewolf and stuff like that, but Blue Eyes the Broken Doll, it's like a giallo. It's really good, man. It's really good shit. So, but yeah, Nashee Volume 2. If you aren't overly familiar with Nashee, oh man, my camera work is terrible. It's like shot on video movies right here. But you know what? Fuck this. I don't even want to put these back standing because they're just not going to work out. I would, suggest, probably starting with these and then just branching out and, checking out his other stuff if you like it. All right, so the Halloween Blu-ray box. So this is just, of course, the 18, which is still sealed because I hate that movie. Yeah, we all know this. I don't really need to go into depth on this, but it is interesting. It's like the complete set, but I still think it's pretty odd with the Rob Zombie versions that they didn't put the theatricals. I do have the double feature Canadian Blu-ray that has the theatricals, but I think it's really funny that they didn't try to get the rights to those. But I don't know. I still think that was kind of a weird thing. But yeah, the Halloween box set. Now, of course, the first 5 have been released on 4K, which I did show the first 3. I'm not buying 4 and 5 on 4K because I don't like those movies. But anyways, so I'll be finishing up. I watched, like I said earlier, I watched The Fly and The Return of the Fly last night. I still actually have my DVD box set. If you can see that right down in there, sitting on the floor. Probably going to get rid of it. I'm going to watch The Curse of the Fly tonight. I haven't seen it in years. Finish out that original trilogy and stuff. But I highly recommend this Fly box set. It's really nice. It's good stuff. Good sturdy box. And then we got the Critters set. This is fucking awesome, man. The Critters set 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which I don't know why they changed the artwork on part 4. I think part 4, yeah. But I'm a big fan. Part 3 with Leo. Right. All right. The Omen Collection. Pretty cool. Of course, it does actually have the remake in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the remake, which is very, very pointless. It's a fucking pointless remake. Almost like Psycho, in my opinion. But another really nice hard box set. Pretty cool stuff. Then we got the Wreck Collection. I just realized I've reviewed a lot of these sets. I like the Wreck movies, man. They're crazy. Especially the first 2 are nuts. Part 3 and 4. Yeah, we did a whole podcast on them. Check them out if you guys want to hear the more in depth. Then we got the Amityville Horror Trilogy. This is when they were putting out these really thin boxes, man. Ugh, such a shitty box, but it's kind of cool. Good companion, well, not companion piece, but it's nice to have the original trilogy because, of course, Vinegar Syndrome dropped the next, or most of the next ones in the series, but the one's worth kind of owning, I guess. Friday the 13th box set, which is, there's no need to go into depth on here. You guys have seen all this shit before. But this is very cool to own. It is very, very cool because, I mean, to be honest, I don't really think that we're ever going to get another Friday the 13th, like a legit Friday the 13th movie, based on how bad the rights are all fucked up and stuff, and it's just terrible. But kind of a shame, but really cool box set. The It's Alive trilogy from Larry Cohen. This is a pretty flimsy box, but I like all these movies. They get ridiculous as they go along, especially Island of the Alive is ridiculous, but good stuff, man. I think they're pretty fun. Not really a box set, but more just like a hard box. I think I just had this on display, but Creepshow. They came out with this kind of hard box edition. It's fucking Creepshow, man. Come on. I like it. And then we got Nightbree, which I guess we can consider a box set because it's got the director's cut and the theatrical, which I actually prefer the theatrical cut of Nightbree. I think the director's cut, the one thing about the director's cut, it feels really clunky at times, but man, like the queued up music in that is one thing I always notice is just off. There's something off about it, and I don't know, I prefer the theatrical. I've never seen that so-called Cabal cut. Maybe I have no fucking idea. But anyways, guys, this video's gone on long enough. Right, so we're gonna have one more part. It's gonna be the bottom shelf, which is the Shout Factory stuff, of course, which is the same company. Scream Factory is the same company as Shout Factory. I do have a few more things to put in there. I'll just bring them over from various places around the room and stuff. But yeah, and then we'll go on to another boutique label. I think what I might do is I'll just take everyone's suggestions. I'll just put them into a randomizer. Whatever comes up, I'll just do it that way, because that's the easiest way to decide what to do next. And like I said, though, man, I got shit that's in shambles here, so I might have to like move things around. Because like, as you can see, like, you know, even my Severance stuff is all stacked up in here, and I just have shit everywhere right now because I'm literally trying to move everything around and stuff. Like my Vinegar Syndrome, there's like 500 fucking titles in here. Look at that. It's like 3 stacks deep onto the floor. So this is going to eventually be up into that section up there. So, you know, I'll have it all together. But you guys get the point. That's for another video. It's gone on too long. 45 minutes is way too long to hear me fucking rambling on about movies and shit. Plus, I really need to put those Nashee sets back because my OCD is fucking with me right now. It's driving me nuts that they're sitting there like that. So, like the rest of the shit in this room, but I can't think about that right now because it's just too much work. But anyways, guys, I will check you in the last part of this. And as usual,